stop. Explaining yourself. It's destroying your power. You just said no to something and then you kept talking. No, I can't. Because I have this thing. And also I haven't been sleeping well, and honestly, it's just been a crazy week. And I hope you understand. Stop. You lost the moment you started explaining. You had power. You had a boundary. And then you handed it back. Because now they're not hearing your decision. They're hearing your reasons. And reasons can be argued with. You didn't say no. You opened a negotiation. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." You just gave that power away. Not to enemies, to everyone who asks you why. And here's what you need to understand. When you over-explain, you signal doubt, and people treat you accordingly. Your boss asks why you can't work Saturday. Instead of, "I'm unavailable," you give a 5-minute story. Now your boss is deciding if your plans are good enough. A friend questions your decision. Instead of standing firm, you lay out every thought that led to it. Now they're picking apart your logic. Someone asks why you're single, why you left that job, why you changed your mind, and you answer. Every single time. You've turned your life into a courtroom, and you're both the defendant and the lawyer, walking around with a folder full of evidence, ready to justify every move you make. I've done this. You've done this. We've all done this. The difference is whether you keep doing it. Here's what no one tells you. The most powerful people in any room explain the least. Watch them. They state, they decide, they move. They don't look around for approval. They don't offer reasons unless they choose to. And people respect them, not because they're loud, because they're certain. Now look at you. You over-explain because deep down you don't fully trust your own decisions. So you keep talking until someone validates you. And when they don't, you panic. You explain more. You rephrase. You backtrack. You've made other people's understanding a requirement for your own peace. That's not communication. That's captivity. So let me show you how to break out. Step by step. Step 1. Cut the because. This is the smallest change with the biggest impact. Every time you say no, you're tempted to add because. I can't come because. I don't want to because. I changed my mind because. The word because is an invitation. It tells people your decision is open for discussion. Delete it. I can't come. Full stop. I don't want to. Full stop. I changed my mind. Full stop. Seneca said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." You're imagining people will be angry. Most of the time, they just move on. The drama is in your head. Try it this week. 1 no without because. Most people just say, okay. The silence after won't kill you. It'll free you. Step 2. Let the silence do the work. Most people are terrified of silence. That's why they lose power. When you stop explaining, there will be a pause. Your instinct will scream at you to fill it. Don't. Silence after a decision is not awkward, it's authority. Think about every leader you've ever respected. They speak, then they stop. They let their words land. Someone asks why you made a choice. You answer once, clearly. then you stop. They stare at you. They wait for more. You give them nothing. That's not rudeness. That's self-possession. Marcus Aurelius didn't write his meditations to convince anyone. He wrote them for himself. He lived his philosophy, and the world noticed. You don't need to convince anyone of your choices. You need to make them and stand in them. Step 3. Stop pre-defending your decisions. This one is subtle, and it might be the most dangerous habit of all. You don't just explain after someone questions you. You explain before anyone even asks. I know this might sound crazy, but this might be a dumb idea, but I don't know if this is right, but you're apologizing for your own thoughts before they leave your mouth. You're telling people not to take you seriously before they've even heard what you have to say. This is self-sabotage disguised as humility. Epictetus taught, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. He didn't say, first ask everyone if it's okay to be what you want to be. From today, catch yourself. Every time you're about to add a disclaimer, stop, delete it, say the thing. Let it stand on its own. Your ideas don't need a warning label. Step 4. Accept that people will misunderstand you. One of the deepest reasons you over-explain is because you can't stand being misunderstood. Someone thinks you're rude, you explain. Someone gets the wrong impression, you write a paragraph. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth." People will misread you. They will project their own insecurities onto your silence. That is not your problem. You cannot control what people think of you. You never could. You just pretended you could by talking more. Let people be wrong about you. You don't owe anyone a narration of your life. Step 5. Become comfortable being disliked. This is the final wall. Every justification, every "I hope you understand," that's you begging for approval. And approval is a trap. Seneca said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a great deal of it." How much of your life have you wasted making sure everyone around you was comfortable with your choices? How many hours replaying conversations? How many nights crafting the perfect text so no one would be upset? That time is gone. But starting today, you stop the bleeding. Not everyone will like you. That's not a failure. That's a filter. The people who need you to explain every decision aren't your people. They're your audience. And you are not a performer. The right people will respect a clean no. The wrong people will leave. Good. Let them. Now here's what changes when you stop explaining yourself. Your words carry weight. When you speak less, people listen more. Every sentence lands harder because it's not buried under justifications. Your confidence becomes quiet. You stop performing certainty and start feeling it. Your relationships get honest. People stop seeing you as someone to manage and start seeing you as someone to respect. You get your time back. All those hours crafting explanations, gone. That energy goes back into your life. You feel lighter. Because the weight you've been carrying isn't your responsibilities. It's the burden of making everyone okay with your existence. Put it down. It was never yours to carry. Here's what the Stoics understood that most people don't. You are going to die, not someday in the abstract. Actually die. And the time you spent explaining yourself will not matter. When that moment comes, you won't be thinking about whether your coworker understood why you couldn't attend their party. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Think of yourself as dead. You have lived your life. Now take what's left and live it properly." Living properly doesn't mean making everyone comfortable. It means making yourself honest. It means trusting that you are enough, without evidence, without arguments, without a closing statement. You are not on trial. Stop treating your life like a courtroom. So here's your challenge this week. The next time someone asks you why, and you feel that urge to explain, to justify, to make them understand, don't. Say, "Because that's what I decided." Then say nothing. Feel what it's like to own your own life without permission. Stop negotiating your existence. Decide, speak, be done. I'll see you in the next one.